Testing, testing, blah blah. Yeah, sandwiches, biscuits. Flavor Flav kicked a midget in the nuts and he exploded. I don't know. That's standing. D, you gonna talk about some things? BP or whatever the hell it is you do call me. Apparently somebody, up until now, like kind of deniable, like kind of family member has been allowed to non-deniably speak to me. So that's good. I'm not gonna go into big deal, stupid details and all the bullshit because I didn't pay attention. Probably see that. Yeah, I've been asked to talk about Dead or Alive. Hold on. Yeah, we got one of these tables. Okay, so we get another one of these. On the second thing. Okay. It's like, well, in the meantime, some extras. Where the hell is a flyer? Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? You can look at all this nonsense. I know the story, the dog that created the monster, yada yada. First, the greatest circle man for the first time. The rest of the story can be told since the monster where it was made, and made the doctor return to his life. Was very great son to keep entertaining. Oh goddamn, I'm terrible at reading this bullshit. Sega Pinball is proud to present its latest creation, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein Pinball. But it is pretty cool. I like it. I'm just like not very enthusiastically reading it, but yeah. Anyways, so Dead or Alive 5, as in the game that's all about boobs. That's what we're going to talk about. So, or at least allegedly it's all about boobs. Now, I guess first, by request of one of my family members, they wanted me to speak about I guess just why there is oh shit, like seemingly like just kind of like ridiculous fan service, appeal of boobs, whatever the hell it is, and I guess just stems back to like the idea of like large boobs usually meaning or appealing to the kind of the sub-brain of the male. That is to say, like kind of the brain underneath under the mind of a dude, like his spinal column, in the sense that it's like it's possible that nature generally like produces women with large breasts to essentially I don't know, facilitate the species by some you know. Like, cause oh fuck. Yeah, alright. Shit. Oh god. Alright. Fucking shit, goddamn it. Alright. Alright. Oh, well, that sucked. Basically, big boobs mean that there's probably either a place of famine or a place of surplus, but on average it probably means something relative to, like, nature's trying to propagate the species to some degree someplace. But really, because of the existence of ectomorphic women, that means that they're excessively large boobs are not exactly a requirement by any means. Like, when actually, like, you know, studied to some, when actually, when you just, like, basically just think about it to some degree. It's like, as in ectomorphic women have perpetuated their geographical area dominance or whatever the hell it is. So these are like smaller framed women with like, you know, whatever the hell, like what is it, B to C cup, whatever the hell it is, B, A cup, whatever the hell it is, it might be. It does. It's basically whatever boob size you have is enough to propagate the species. So it's basically enough that a male could be physically attracted to it from its subbrain or whatever the fuck it is. So your boobs are fine. You're fine. Whatever. You're freaking out about not having like some sort of triple H boob or whatever the fuck it is. You're splitting hairs for no fucking reason. Basically, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like anything else is pretty much like some strange social schizophrenia that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, so if you have large boobs, they're natural, whatever, then it's because you probably came from a place where there was either A, famine, or surplus. And if it's surplus, then it's by virtue of the new populace basically only having like food that is digested way too slow, as in there's so much preservatives and crap in it that your body retains all like the fatty proteins from it, like, and basically like you're like part of the neo endomorph crew. Like some people like I don't know. I mean, I might like I don't want to get into like sociology and body image stuff, but people will call that like obese. But I don't know. Other people call that large frame. It's whatever. Because if you're in Africa, where famine is more like prevalent, then the prospect of having a larger frame can be considered a lot more sexually attractive because it's like a status symbol. So a lot of it is psychosomatic. You know what I mean? Because I mean, frankly, one of the main attractions of boobs to a male is usually because of the fact that they're breastfed. Which usually means it's more like boobs can be just kind of like a security blanket, but since that's relative to the psychological context is relative to the female, like the mother or something, that probably just means that the boobs could be a B cup or an A cup, or it doesn't matter. It's whatever the fuck their mother was, like regular boob size. So basically, now that we've got all this fucking verbal diarrhea out of the way about boobs. Basically, it's kind of like they don't matter, at least not in that regard. You're a female, you're fine. Born of the 24 chromosomes, you're fine. Whatever, fuck it. Anyhow. So what the hell is Dead or Alive? Dead or Alive is a fighting game that was made by Itagaki. Back in, I think, Tecmo's old days, and the meaning of the game basically meant, like, for those who don't know the story, it was pretty much like, if the game was a failure, Tecmo would be shut down, or whatever the hell. Fuck. And, oh, god damn it. Oh my shit. Oh, god. And so, he basically said he was going to play to win. He's going to produce a video game that was going to be a fighting game that was going to be in the vein of Virtua Fighter. That was going to compete with Virtua Fighter, or be comparable, but have bouncing boobs. So if you're interested in that type of shit, you'll find like an old PS1 game called Dead or Alive 1, in which it's basically Virtua Fighter that's a bit faster. Like, with giant bouncing blocks for chests for the female characters. I mean, yeah, it's what it was. But the point is, the main appeal of it was the fact that it was comparable to Virtua Fighter, which did feature some Yu Suzuki kind of like style, you know, martial arts and shit like that, like Jackie Bryant and Sarah Bryant had Jackie Bryant had a form of a Jeet Kune Do, and Sarah Bryant had a, what do you call it? Kind of a flamenco-style northern gung fu form of Jeet Kune Do type thing. Jackie was basically more southern, she was more northern. But that's Yu Suzuki, you know what I mean? That's Sega, you know what I'm saying? Which is pretty much why, because Virtua Fighter is like the granddaddy of essentially 3D fighting games. So, as Itagaki described it, he called Virtua Fighter like a very classy, like a high class Japanese restaurant. Fuck! That's he referred to Dead or Alive as kind of like the same kind, like a similar kind of high class restaurant, but it's just kind of faster, and there are girls with roller skates, like serving food on plates or something. Like, consequently, the gameplay is generally kind of faster in Dead or Alive, but it also is like more. The hit detection, or rather the input detection, is a little bit more lenient. So if you don't have an arcade stick, fucking shit, it's a little bit more accessible. I don't have an arcade stick anymore, so I'm on Dead or Alive 5. So bloody hell, I'm fucking up here. Like the game's like point system is pretty excessive when you're like, oh, I'm only in like the 300 millions, or hold on, that's billion. What the fuck? Anyways, whatever. It's fine. But anyways, so basically, Dead or Alive, regardless of bouncing boobs, is pretty much comparable to Virtua Fighter, the granddaddy of like all 3D fighting games, basically. And it's a shame, you know, because basically it's only now known for big boobs, which goes into like, I mean, I don't know how you want to like look at that sociologically speaking. It's like that's like if you're a chick with a big boobs. I mean, people think that chicks with big boobs have it easy. It's kind of like, say you're a chick with big boobs, you probably get, I don't know, it's like people will pay more attention to you, probably on average, because their sub-brain's activated. Nobody gives a fuck to use their actual brain. But it's kind of like Dead or Alive is the equivalent of that girl with a really large chest who has something very kind of like smart to say, but no one gives a fuck. Versus the other girl that'll be generally ignored, but won't have to deal with the pretentiousness of having some weird fucking dude talk to her about, or at least pretend to be listening because he likes the size of her chest, or some sort of shit like that. Now I'm being fucking like kind of a, you know, man-bashing or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of hard not to be kind of an asshole in one of these sociological contexts, or what is it? Anyways. But it's kind of like pick your poison, you know? Everybody's like fucking high on Xanax because all the relationships have failed. So, yeah, you're either a chick with big boobs, with people talking to you to your face, don't really care what you have to say, or you're a chick with a regular sized chest and people are just kind of like speaking to you at random. So you either have too much pretentious attention or not enough attention. And the guys no longer know what they want because they can't put sex in a context, like relative to what its actual power in society is anymore. So it's, you know. Anyways, not gonna go into all those sociological nonsense from Dead or Alive, but it just stands to reason that if you've heard Dead or Alive, and you by some off chance listening to this, like some of my deniable family members will be, like and I only say that now because, you know, there's like reasonable, you know, whatever. Yeah, like I've got like proof of like reasonable, now non-deniable communication, and they've come out. Yeah. Anyways, basically. Anyway. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Christ. Oh motherfuck. Oh shit. Alright. Shit. Alright. What the fuck was I talking about again? Okay. Alright. Shit. Fuck! God damn it! Dead zone. Fucking shit. Alright. Fucking. Alright. Fuck, anyways. So, anyways, basically there's now Virtua Fighter characters in Dead or Alive. And, they're playable and the gameplay is so comparable that while there's some differences, like hit detection, they got like Akira, you know, your basic, like, kind of like classic fucking, like, Virtua Fighter characters like Akira, Jackie, Sarah, and Pi. Fuck. Like, so, they've got some cool stuff in there. But the gameplay's comparable enough, so, by the presence of Sega characters, if you ever given a shit about that, then you'll notice it. Come on, fucking... What the... Alright, fucking... Okay. Anyways. So, oh, God. So pretty much like, the version of Dead or Alive 5 that I've currently got, I've got the regular, just the straight vanilla Dead or Alive 5, because I don't have Dead or Alive 6, because currently, Dead or Alive, in its political state, in the gaming world, is turned into rather kind of clusterfuck by trying to adhere to all of these requirements set by society for, like, body image equality. So there's now people like Marie Rose that look like fucking they're 12 years old and shit in the game. Which is fucking weird, but Koei, whatever is, Tecmo shit is not, it's not like, you know, they're not blind to this, you know, and this presence is kind of off-putting, because Marie Rose clearly looks like she's fucking, like, you know, she looks like she's 12, and she's in a one-piece swimsuit, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know, now it's like, now I'm pretty sure there's some kid out there, as a matter of fact, I know there is, that just like, it's Marie Rose, and has no problem with it, and doesn't say, like, you know, it's like, that's absolutely fine. But, yeah, for me, it's like, it can be kind of off-putting, you know, this 12-year-old looking child, or something, basically, just present in a game where there are all these women that can have, like, references to Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Now, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, for people who don't know, was essentially the side game that was basically, so if you were all up into the boobs and shit, then you could just play Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. You know, and that's what you would play. Like, the rest of us would play the fighting game. You know what I mean? Like, and that would just be it. But yeah, like, so essentially what happened because of this, all this, body image politics of Dead or Alive 5 involving boob size, yada yada, now there are characters that look like they're 12, but there are also, it's just, there's basically like 5 different versions of the fucking game. The version I find myself playing most often is, and excuse me if I'm fucking saying this wrong, is fucking, Dead or Alive 5, last round, ultimate core fighters. And what that means is, you just basically only have like about, probably like, a couple of key characters unlocked already, like I think Ayane, Hayabusa, Hayate, Kazumi, and like, I think like one other character or 2 other characters out of like a roster of like 30 or something. So you basically, see, I like this because I don't have access to, or it's pretty much like you can, what they've given you is kind of like, well, you find these characters offensive, well, just fucking pick and choose which characters you actually want to play with. See, me, I play Elliot. And now Jackie, because Jackie's in there, Jackie Bryant. Those are the characters. The thing is, like, it comes at a cost. But if you want to play like you basically have to pay like $4 a character, which, like for all these, okay, first of all, these costs for fighting game shit is gonna seem like exorbitant, ridiculous to people who don't play fighting games, like, and before we go any further, I want to mention, like, kind of like the whole boob physics, whatever. It's because of Dead or Alive that now even Street Fighter, if you're playing Street Fighter, it's the same shit. You're gonna have like a sexualized form of Jerry walking around with a fucking like six pack and a fucking D cup or some kind of crap like this. It's just, it's that moves or bounces. That's because that's what fucking Dead or Alive. It's everywhere. It's in Street Fighter. It's everywhere. Just Dead or Alive has the stigma. Dead or Alive 6 does not help it at all. That's just like, I mean, I'm playing this on PS4, but I'm like, I mean, oh my god. Like, I don't even know where to fucking begin with Dead or Alive 6. It's pretty. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna like just sidestep that for now, cause fuck that. I'm sorry. For now. All right. Well, all right. Hold on. Basically, Dead or Alive 6 Ultimate, or not Ultimate. Dead or Alive 6 is pretty much like they've got microtransactions for like for changing hair color. Like, for $1 to change it back, that just comes off as trolling to me. But I mean, but Dead or Alive as a whole, at this point, from 5, is like is a political nightmare in the fucking gaming world. It's a nightmare. It's like, to download I downloaded a costume for Elliot because there's fucked up costumes for dudes too. Like in my version of Dead or Alive 5 Last Round Ultimate Core, the 9th costume is like this weird-ass booty shorts, swim trunks bullshit. And it fucking creeps me the fuck out. So I bought the Santa Claus costume and laughed my ass off. Like, that was $1, so like, whatever. So, like, there's stuff, you know, there's stuff that's there to just make you laugh, whatever. It's like, whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm very much a fan of this core idea of just having like a couple of like, you basically pick what character you want to be offended by in your core experience, and I like that. I like not having like selectable a character that I don't want to play with. And if you've played fighting games, that type of like luxury, if you will, is pretty interesting, you know. And it's a selling point for me, anyhow. I like not having to necessarily pick the character that looks like like, you know, she's 12. Like, and that's and I'm totally cool with this, man. Completely cool with that. So, as mentioned before, like, playing the core, I recently bought Jackie. And I've been having fun with playing with Elliot and Jackie. That's those, like, I'm gonna be buying like more of the Virtua Fighter people, of course. Shit! So like Fuck! So fuck! Doesn't come back fast enough. God damn it. Fuck! Oh, fuck! Fuck. Shit. Fuck! Fucking! Okay. God, alright. So that's like one or something. Oh, shit. Bloody hell. So I've been playing on the PS3. Anyways, like... So you can like download like, you know, your whatever you call it, your extreme beach volleyball costumes if you want. I unlocked all the costumes for Helena because that, yeah, like, and none of the extreme beach volleyball shit. Like, I mean, you gotta buy that if you really want it. But to get like, the thing about it is, like, even if you buy a costume like that, I was talking about one of the costumes I purchased for Elliot to counteract the what do you call it? The booty shorts was like the Ninja Gaiden Acolyte costume that's got like a bow and arrow, some shit on it. As you play Dead or Alive, you know that Ryu Hayabusa's in it. Ah, motherfucker. Oh, shit, no, that's right, goddammit. Okay, motherfucker. Yeah, Ryu Hayabusa's in that shit. Like, from Dead or Alive. Oh, not from Dead or Alive, from fucking Ninja Gaiden. You know that fucking, like, game that nobody plays to get their ass kicked? I'm playing Ninja Gaiden Sigma. XG. Goddamn. Alright. That works. Whatever. That's great. Alright, so the fourth one, alright, so XG, sure. Eli, my ass. Alright. So basically, Ninja Gaiden, yeah, it's that other game made by Itagaki. Well, he didn't, you know, I mean, it clearly has its roots in, like, you know, Nintendo, like, original. As one of those all-time actual hard-ass games that, if you're not using GameFAQ, is designed to whoop your ass for all eternity. Fuck! Oh, it is. I was like, I mean, I'm just saying, it is. It's designed to whoop your ass. Yeah, fucking, alright. Like, so yeah, there's an iteration of... God damn it! Whatever. Anyways. So yeah, like, I'm playing Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma, and I wanted to get the Acolyte costume. But I can't unlock it because it's not, you have to basically, I have to basically buy the full game, like the ultimate game. That makes any sense? To be able to unlock the ability to unlock the costume. Luckily, it was only $2. So, like, I'm not too fucked up about it. So basically, if ever I'm willing to deal with the prospect of having, like, fucking, like, Marie Rose show up in a random character select, if I'm ever willing to deal with that, then I can fucking use the costume I purchased. Which sucks, but, you know, it's whatever. It's $2. All the costumes I bought thus far are fucking, like, $1, you know what I mean? So it's like... And the ones, generally, like, the ones, the costumes of the characters I actually play with, I'm okay with. And just the core fighters, whatever the hell it is. So, I'll basically be buying, like, the characters I plan on getting, which are about $4 a piece. Because keeping in mind, you're getting the core fighters for free, right? Oh, fuck. Shit! Alright. I pretty much, I'm gonna get Lei Fong, Pai, Akira, Genfu, Brad Wong... Fucking shit. Yeah, that's a character. What else? Sarah Bryant, because they can't play with her. Sarah Bryant. Shit, who else? I mean, it's not much. Pretty much. Let's try to simplify here. God damn it! All the Sega characters, pretty much. Like all the Virtua Fighter characters. Anyways. Like, so that's Akira, Pai, Jackie, Sarah. Gonna get Genfu, Brad Wong. Got Jackie and Ellie. Oh. Fuck! Fuck. Fuck! Fuck! Lei Fong. Oh shit. Fuck! Pie. I already said that. God damn it. Fuck! And, maybe La Mariposa. I don't know. That's kind of... I'm kind of floating on that one. I don't know. I don't know yet. Just because it... like... Maybe Jan Lee. I have some kind of like some religious beliefs about that, but we won't go into all that crap. Like, yeah, Genfu, mentioned all the sacred characters, and Lei Fong, and I mentioned Brad Wong, and right now that's I've already got Helena. I think that might actually... I gotta be looking at the characters, but that's pretty much it. That's what's off the top of my head. Like, I don't really need anybody else, really. And the costumes that they have available, I'm generally okay with, because it has, like... It already has, like, double the costumes of, like, the regular vanilla Dead or Alive 5. If you're all about costumes or some bullshit like that. And, like, some of them are really fucking funny, like Zach's Teletubby digital heart bullshit. This fucking laser I-beam crap. Which, again, I'm not going to talk about in excessive detail. For reasons. Shit. But yeah, basically... Oh, fucking god. Like... I got a pretty cool, like, I think that's a pretty cool, like, playlist of characters that are, like, you know, from the Virtua Fighter vein that I like. But other people will pick other characters, I guess. Like, yeah, I know someone can pick Jan Lee, for instance. Someone's gonna pick Mila. Yeah, it's like, more wrestling-oriented guys will pick Bass, and, like, and the people who can, like, you know, I guess, like, take their eyes off of Tina's, like, fucking tits will notice that she's actually, you know, has some pretty advanced wrestling moves. Oh, yeah, there's a... I don't know, maybe I might get Leon later. Because Leon's back in. Oh, yeah, Ein, because, yeah. Yeah, Ein. So, yeah, fucking Neo-looking motherfucker. But, like, because basically he's got, like, some, like, kind of like Hitomi, he's got that full bodyweight karate shit. That's pretty cool. Oh my fuck. Right. But yeah, like, this way you can buy individual costumes if you know what version of your bullshit is compatible with what. And the only way to know that is pretty much if you see it pretty much like in the costume thing with the lock on it already. It's better than the old way, which is pretty much to get like a booster pack of random costumes. And then like, say, like, because there's Hayate, right? I got a costume for Mila as a biker, whatever, because she's Muay Thai, whatever the fuck. Like, or mixed martial arts, so I know someone's gonna be all about that. Or something. And, I got like this weird costume of like, because they sexualize the dudes too. It's like, I mean, they're making fun of that dashing. So what is it? What, you want, like an 8-pack or a 12-pack? But pretty much like, I got like a Hayate costume in the fucking booster pack. It's all fucking topless and shit. It's like, okay. It's like, I'm like trapped in a DB Cooper movie with a dude who does like giant fucking like wind kickflips and bullshit. But no, it's like, the game, once you actually, like, if you pick a version of the game that does not include the shit that you find offensive, or just if you find it so offensive, you just like craft it yourself by purchasing the individual parts. Like, then yeah, it's like there's a way to play without being like all fucking pseudo offended by the prospect that the women have boobs. Or better yet, just basically don't fucking go into the main menu and try to change the age to like 99, that old stupid nonsense, which pretty much makes everybody's it's like, it makes everybody's like boobs look like fucking whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know what the fuck, I don't even know what, I don't care. Even when I was fucking in high school, I didn't give a shit about that fucking like Dead or Alive 2, like, I still don't. Like, whatever. But like, but I don't know, it's like, god damn, oh fuck me, oh shit. So, oh my shit, fuck, oh. Oh my god. That sucks. This is like 35 minutes. Try to keep this down, kind of like wind down. I should talk about this. And basically, like, oh fuck. If you can get past the fact that like Dead or Alive is a game that generally has like big boobs at the forefront, there's a relatively intelligent game there. You know, it's not as to say like, you know, it's got Virtua Fighter characters licensed by Sega that aren't stolen because the game is deep enough for them to be in it. So, if you're going to be playing many of the different political versions of Dead or Alive, like say Dead or Alive Last Round Core, Dead or Alive Ultimate Last Round Core, Dead or Alive Ultimate, Dead or Alive Ultimate Core, Dead or Alive Vanilla, because I think that's all of them, that's just Dead or Alive 5. Or if by some off chance you can deal with all the fucking politics there are fucking wrapped up in Dead or Alive 6, because now like there's like this identity crisis with all these people that are trying to basically make Dead or Alive all about the volleyball bullshit. So now there's like fucking straight trolling with fucking dollar hair change waifu bullshit that I can't fucking comprehend. And it's a clusterfuck. There are, between Dead or Alive 5 and Dead or Alive 6, there are 6 games. Because of all this fucking body image bullshit. Oh my god. So yeah, like, oh my god. Just kind of like, pick one, have fun with the danger zones, and like, just remember that the game was designed initially, and has always been about like, you knocking an opponent into a danger zone with like, kind of a Virtua Fighter inspired, and kind of something there, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, you want to like knock somebody into a, like, off a fucking building or whatever the fuck it is, or into some like, the more traditional explosive ground bullshit, like, as if you're like at the end of Bad Boys 2, then they've got shit like that, but I mean, if you've got an arcade stick, I mean, then you've clearly got like more access to fucking like, you can play Virtua Fighter, like, to augment Dead or Alive 5 or vice versa. But I mean, if you wanted to say Dead or Alive is an oversimplified version of Virtua Fighter, that's horseshit. Between Lei Fong, I've got like... Lei Fong alone, I've got like... I got over 12 different forms of counters with Lei Fong. Like, I mean, now while there might be different like button sensitivities that are very like, you know, classically Virtua Fighter, that are very cool and very intricate based on timing. Like, and while the timing might be simpler in Dead or Alive 5 for those counters, There's just so much fucking more. And, there's even a little bit of religion for those people who want to get into, like, you know, Jan Lee and shit like that. But, you know, whatever. Guess I'll just keep rambling till this shit is over, till I, you know. Say, like, recently played, again, Ninja Gaiden 2, like, for my, because, I mean, you can play Ninja Gaiden as opposed, with Dead or Alive as opposed to, like, fucking Extreme Beach Volleyball with Dead or Alive. You can't do that, you know what I mean? And, the female characters, while having, like, Extreme Beach Volleyball boobs, are, they're reasonably deep. But, I mean, all games like this kind of like complex slasher type things, or whenever they get, like, an extra character, it's like there's not, like, a lot of, like, unlockable movesets. It's usually kind of, like, set. Like, if you ever played Devil May Cry 3 and you've got Virgil and the special edition shit, then it's like you had, like, Yamato and Beowulf, and that's all you had. I think I got, like... I think I got, I played with Momiji, who, like, in Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate Last Round, whatever the Ultimate Last Round core, she kind of reminds me of Leona from King of Fighters, when she's just not using her giant, like, you know, kind of Quan Dao type things, like ripping people's heads off. Rachel is just a giant, she's just a dominatrix with a giant hammer. Or there's nothing else to that. So anyways, yeah, I think that'll probably do it. Take care.